If you're my friend, you're not going anywhere. Like, if you're my friend, you're not going anywhere. Like, I'm sorry.
But if we're being honest, why do you make friends with people?
Yeah, I was going to actually counter what's here. So yes, still my free. I don't have a lot of close friends. I'm very, very particular about people that I let in my space or people that I let in my world, because I mean the way I present sometimes I'm a very sensitive person. It's not obvious, but I am. Since used to pay me and it will pay me. Do you know how sometimes you'll be doing something and just remember this thing pay me, you'll be cooking, this thing pay me. And you eat me short. Anyways, that's on the side. So
Don't use ugly pictures on your birthday.
If you're my friend, you can date my ex. I don't know why people have a problem with that.
Hello, welcome to my channel. The topic for today is something that's so dear to my heart. It's about friendship, building genuine friendship. I mean, I've had stories of not so good friendship. I've also had stories of very amazing friendship, and I had some wonderful ladies join me today, and guys, it was profound, insightful. Of course, we brought the joke. I am pumped up. We've been gisting even before the camera started rolling, and you can imagine. So I will start with the very beautiful city.
yeah, my name is Siri. I'm in bed. Sorry.
Okay, what's
Sorry for you.
Nice.
Oh God, my name is Siri Silolo Ayobon. Yes, I am a data analyst. Fun fact, I went to fashion school when I was in Nigeria.
Oh, interesting. So you make clothes?
Yeah.
Yewande, over to you.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Yewande. I am a product manager. I also have a YouTube channel which I just started. And a podcast.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's Yewande, also like another spelling of my name. So that's my YouTube channel. And then I talk about immigration, tech, and crazy people.
Honestly,
And
guys, if you want to know about tech, if you want to know how to survive in, or how to thrive in diaspora, you need to definitely check out our channel and subscribe. Yeah. Fun fact about yourself.
I don't have. Well, I also went to fashion school.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I guess that's the
fun fact about her. She has refused to change her son name. Everybody's still calling her a maiden name.
Don't be fun fact I have to mention is the Nigeria community in Berlin. So yeah, I help run that.
Yes.
Board of directors.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So we have another set of friends here. Two beautiful ladies to my left, and let's start with Busayo. Introduce yourself.
Hi, hello.
Please. I have a new temperament.
So, my name is Busayo. Currently a stay-at-home mom, but I work as a talent acquisition operations specialist. And fun fact about me, I make the best popcorn.
Oh
yes!
We can testify the goodness of that.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Ajoke's popcorn.
Ajoke Popo. What?
Thank you for joining us. And of course, we have Tosin was here on the last episode. She's here again. So as a returning client, introduce us.
Hi people, my name is Tosin. Hi guys, my name is Tosin, and great to see you guys. See you guys again. What I do? Okay, tech support specialist. Fun fact about me: I don't know how to make a Ajoke's bob. She taught me and I do.
You can't have it. Yeah, so thank you guys. I'm so grateful that you guys were able to join us today and doing this, and I'm so looking forward to it. So we can already dive in. First question I have for you guys, anybody can jump in. Do you have friends that you made from the university that you still keep in touch till now, like really good friends.
Yes.
Actually,
I still have friends from primary school.
How did that? Because I was going to talk about like long life friendships, friendships that last across seasons. How have you guys managed?
Well, if you're my friend, you're not going anywhere. Like, I'm sorry. It's very hard to make friends as an adult, so really. And I think for me also, I just where I make friends, my energy doesn't attract everybody. I'm very in my world, right? So like a lot of people can't really handle my personality. Not like a bad thing or not. Like I can be distracted. I need my own time. I need my own space. So when I find people that actually understand me and actually know that we have a connection, it's very hard for that connection to go out of touch, because we like ourselves for who we are, not because of a particular thing. Like, I don't like you because you look a certain way. I don't like you because you did something for me. We genuinely like ourselves, and if you build a friendship on that foundation, it's like when you're dating someone and you like the person because they're fine. When the person is no longer fine, then you separate. But then when you're building on a foundation that is like the core, it's very hard for you guys to have a point of difference. So like my friends have gone through different seasons. I have friends that have children, I have friends that live. My best friend actually lives in Canada. We're in touch every time. So, and that's because the foundation we built the friendship on is like we genuinely like ourselves. So yeah, plus the good, plus the bad, that's really the basis. And I think with that, you can have a friendship that survives across seasons.
Nice. Does anyone want to add anything to the?
Now that she's mentioning it, I don't have a lot of, as you said, close friends, because I want to believe I'm a friendly person. So I do have a lot of. I am friendly in the name of the Lord. Hallelujah. Anyways, sorry. So I do have a lot of I would say acquaintances, because English is a very interesting language. You say I love chicken, I love my mother. The way I love chicken is not the same I love my mother, but we use the same words. So I have a lot of acquaintances. I do have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of close friends. I'm very, very particular about people that I let in my space, or people that I let in my world, because the way I present sometimes, I'm a very sensitive person. It's not obvious, but I am. Things used to pain me, and it will pain me. Do you know how sometimes you'll be doing something, you just remember, this thing pain me. You'll be cooking, this thing pain me. And it eats me short. Anyway, that's on the side. So I'm very particular about people that I have in my space. And same thing with you, and like if someone is in my space, I would really go above and beyond as much as I can. Like I'm always trying to extend myself for the person. However, I've had situations where some of my friends outgrew me, and I've had one friendship breakup. It was like breakup, and it remains small for us to be crying. This was one of my best friend in secondary school, and then we went to the same university, but we're in different courses. And I said my class schedule was different. We're staying in different halls. Was that a different hall? Or different parts of the hall. It was a big hall. And the point is, slowly our lives were just going, different directions. And we would still try. We would try to hang out. And then I had a boyfriend at the time. So every spare time I had, I was not friends with my boyfriend. And then he not started having me and my friend so you're hanging out with this person on me. But she understands. But she's also then eventually we just had that talk. It did feel like a breakup. How we had that talk and it was painful, but we understood. And it was sad. It was very, very sad. And it was my very close friend, though. Very, very close friend. And we broke up the friendship. But we still talk. Even the whole 4 years we were in school, we still used to talk. But it was just like this, my friend from that year. And continued. And that was, after that happened, it just made me feel like, okay, I don't want to have that experience with anybody again. I don't want to have my friend from that year. If we were close, it might not be the same type of closeness, but we are forever in the circle. And that's my friend that I said that outgrew me. I knew she outgrew me. She was in denial. She was still trying to do I knew that. By outgrow, I mean that she was just in a different place in her life. She was handling a lot of things I could not even fathom, right? Like it was not, she'll be talking and she'll be telling me things, I'm just like, I was just clueless. And I didn't feel like I was even adding anything in her life at that point. I felt like, and she knew, and I feel like she just, eventually, we didn't talk for a bit, but I was like, so thought with this friendship, we'll friend it. We'll friend it. And then I moved to Germany and she was in Nigeria. But eventually then we hung out again, or we spoke again. And then just my mind was like that. Why did we stop talking as much? And then we addressed it. I was like, so I know that you agree with me, and then we're like, no, not really. I didn't use those words, but like she was like, okay, I understand that we just didn't have a lot of things in common anymore. But then we found a way to make it. And now we're still like, every time I go home, she's like my number one person that I'm hanging out with. But I didn't want to have that friendship break completely.
I actually have two interesting questions from what you just said now. But before we go there, let's quickly play a game. So let's see how well Tosin knows.
I know I'm very sure.
The first question is, if you and the Busayo were going to have a pet, and they have to choose between a cat and a dog, which of them are they going to choose, cat or dog? Write it and then they'll tell us how well do you know each other. Please make it bold so that they can see it. Your time stops. Just 3 letters.
It's now. You
should make it up. So Busayo, you go first. Dog or cat?
Dog.
Dog or cat?
Have you written?
Sorry.
I have.
A dog.
Dog. Let's see you.
Was that change over there?
Let's see what you wrote.
I put none. How did you start? When did you start loving dogs?
For you?
After children.
Hey, 1-0. Give it up for sister. You guys, we need to question your friendship.
But I grew up with pets. I've had bunnies before. So how would I not want to have pets?
Oh.
Sorry, ma.
You and your bunnies.
Have you ever had a terrible experience with a friend? Maybe not terrible, maybe that's making it too harsh. But a not so good experience with a friend, maybe sometime in the past. Has any of you had such experience that you want to share?
God has been faithful to me. All those friends I have, just to remove them before they come. I've never, honestly, by God's grace, it's either I don't care enough, or they're just really good people around me. I've never really had any like drama, all these WhatsApp group, talk behind your back. Actually, by God's grace, thank God. And by God's grace, to continue.
It's not happening.
I will show you Pepe.
First, oh my God. So nobody here has had any not so good experience.
I think I've had a couple. Where should I start from?
I have to stop of mind for
I
you.
usually I have lots of friends. I think it's easy for me to make friends with people. So, and once I like you, I like you. Once I don't like you, it's obvious. So, in terms of bad experiences, I've had a couple, but I think the one that jumps to the top of my mind is, I think back in school, I had someone staying with me, and then like we were staying together because she couldn't get a place to stay. So, because I usually do not like living with people, but she's a very good friend, so I said, okay, stay with me, and then she was staying with me for a couple of, like, for the whole period, I think for the year. And for that academic year then. And like I believe that we were friends, but most times when I meet other housemates, they kind of complain that your friend is always complaining that you're not taking care of her, that she's always hungry. And I don't do anything. Like inside we'll eat, we'll talk and gist, but the minute I step out and I see other housemates, they complain that your friend is going through a lot. And like it's just she kind of I don't know if it's bad mouthing or she just says like something completely different. And then I call and I tell her that I heard this about me. But what are you telling me? She said, no, I was just hungry and I went outside and someone asked me that what's wrong with me, and I said I was wrong. Like she makes it seem like I don't know, it was just a weird situation for me, but I just had to like I had to endure it for that kind of left like a very bad vibe for me.
I mean, I know of a lot of female friendships. Personally, I've not had a very terrible experience. I've had not so good experience here and there. But something about me is I just pull away. When I just spot a vibe that's not good, I don't like voila. Just go your way. Sometimes I think that I could have handled such friendships better. But I just feel like I just ghost you. Just go, please. I don't think it was the best. But I've also heard of stories, really terrible female experiences, and I'm like, okay. Is there something wrong with how we make friendships, or what leads to this kind of like really bad stories that I don't even want to talk about here? But maybe we can just set that aside and talk about us here now. So I know that Tosin and Busayo are good friends. I know that you and Simi are good friends. So you guys want to tell us how you met each other, just like a background story of how you guys met? Who's gonna go first?
You can go for us now.
Why? So what did you do?
I just started speaking.
You can go first. Okay.
You know, you like having that stage of I met you first. I can't help your life. Anyways, so we met back in 2014 in Lokoja. We sit together, and same platoon I, and I was running for Miss Ebony, and she happened to be the financial secretary and manager. Busayo, take the glory. She helped me win. Please help me thank you.
We celebrate.
You don't need to anything, but take the glory. But anyways, that's our comment. That answers the question.
Yeah, that answers the question. And how did you guys meet? Should I say?
Okay, we met in 2020. I actually shot my shots. I saw a video of Simi on. Okay,
So you can shoot your shots when it comes to friends.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, let me put the context. So I moved to Germany in 2019, and I was living in Hamburg. And in Hamburg, I maybe made just like one or two friends, and like people that I knew. I didn't make any female friends. And actually, I had such a bad experience in Hamburg that I actually moved back to Nigeria. Then I came back to Germany, and I was in Berlin, and I was just like, you know what? There were a lot of mistakes I felt then that I made in Hamburg, and I wanted to kind of like prove that I could do better. Yeah. So it was kind of like an experiment on myself that, you know what, I'm now starting afresh, and let me see what I can do. So I moved to Berlin, and I also didn't know, maybe like one or two people, also guys, and I was okay, you know, I'm going to actually make friends in Berlin. And randomly on LinkedIn, I didn't know what I was doing there that day. I saw a video of the Simi, they made of Simi, I think, was it a school?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a video of her school, and I saw that she went to see you. And I was like, oh, you live in Berlin too? And then I sent her a message. We're not even connected. I think somebody shared it randomly. Yeah. So I think it was on the connection message. I was like, oh, I see you live in Berlin. Yeah, I also just moved to Berlin. Let's meet up. And then she invited me for a fundraiser. Yeah, she was doing a fundraiser for Slum to School with some of her friends. So she invited me, and then I came, and then I met her.
And we danced anyway. And we were playing.
Exactly. It wasn't like we're just meeting for the first time.
Yes, exactly. And funny enough, so we went to the same school. She was a year above me. And we're in the same course, and I never met her in the whole time that I was. So basically, we're in school together for like 3 years, in the same department, studying like literally the same course. And I never met her throughout. Like, I don't think she met me.
No.
She was not aware of my existence then. And it was funny how that we had to come to Germany. So.
Yeah, and I was friends with Bayo.
Yes, we had like some mutual friends, but we still didn't know each other.
And you know, when you were sharing this, I just remember how I got to know about you one day. So when I moved here to Germany, it was, I think, a day or 2 days to my birthday, and I've never met you one day. And she sent me a gift. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, that's true.
She shared the birthday. And my husband just told me that you want to send you a gift because you shared the same birthday. It was really amazing.
I'm no longer your friend.
So it was like moving to a new place and having the feeling that there was someone that was already reaching out to you, sending a gift to my address and my birthday. That was so touching. And I think this leads to the next question I want to ask. I recently saw a quote on Instagram, and the quote was, shout out to people who don't use kindness as a strategy, right? So, I mean, what Yomandi did tell you gift was obviously was pure because we had people never met. But I know of people that give gifts because they want to get access to certain people. Maybe they want them to become friends or something. Have you guys had that experience, or have you tried to build friendship in that way? I mean, maybe for you it was genuine, or have you had the vibes that people were trying to send gifts to you or be nice to you because they were being strategic, wanted to like gain entrance into your life? And is it like a balance there? Is it like, I know kindness can be genuine, but is it also like, could it also be like a strategy indeed? I don't know, it's kind of complicated. What do you guys think?
I think that I wouldn't say like if someone had done it with me or to me before, but in my own case, I think it could be both ways.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like if I like you well enough and I want to be friends with you, I don't mind giving gifts or making myself available or doing things to want you to be my friend or be better friends. I think I did it with Simi as well. I did not give her gifts though. But I shot my shot too or something with her because I liked her and I wanted her to be my friend. So if giving gifts was
how do you guys shoot your shots? Please, I'm just really curious. Or can you how do you shoot your shots? When you say you shoot your shots, like this, that you walk up to the person and say, hey, let's be friends. How do you shoot your
Maybe
shots?
I should also add here that I am a God will love my life, but I'm not the most vocal person when it comes to how I feel about people, first of all. So most times, I might like someone and I will never say anything. It's not a good trait, people. But personally, maybe it's also like I don't know, mechanism that you're just trying to make sure you don't get yourself like hurt or whatever.
Yeah.
But most times, me personally, it's so hard for me. I don't know what is the problem. It's hard for me to, even with relationships, like with guys, I would never, even if I have feelings for this person, or I like this person as a friend, or I think this person is an amazing like professional, it's a bit hard for me. But what I do is, in my heart, I know that if this person should just whisper, wait, don't even say keep, I like you, just I like, I already know my heart that, because I was already ready to be this person's friend. I mean, it's something I definitely would need to work on, but if they don't whisper, say no more. I'm ready. But so I think some people are also like that, where you know that you like this person, but you don't know where to start, and you don't, or even if you know where to start, you're just like, who's the person? I keep my friendship to myself. But most times, I mean, God has been very grateful with me, or helpful and merciful, and almost the people that are around me, they're like, if I just spot this from afar, say no more, they are with friends.
So how do you spot it? Like you just feel like
when they say something.
Okay.
So like, I mean, because I know in my mind that okay, you just when I'm ready. But if I see that they're giving signs, and maybe back to this gifts thing, I have had the experience in the past where there was someone that was also just being very nice, and I think again it's not kindness from a place of, oh, I just want something. I think they're just being genuinely nice, but it felt a bit overwhelming for me. And even though I could see, okay, yes, I see how we can be close friends, just because of how overwhelming it was, I unintentionally found myself just like drawing back. And I mean, now we still talk, but I'm not really close to that person. And I know that the person was, just purely, but it was overwhelming, I would say. And same way when it happens with guys too, it's like, why it's okay. No, when it's overwhelming, I think shooting your shots, just say, I like it, talk your own. If not like then move. But I mean, female friendships, but when it's overwhelming, so
I think I will add that I think it depends, because they are very, very close friends and they are just friends. And also, I believe that everyone needs friends one way or the other. And then we are all struggling with one thing or the other. And everyone loves compliments. So personally for me, there's nobody I cannot walk up to. I can tell you, oh, your hair is beautiful, or your dress is beautiful, whatever, just to, get close to you. It might not be maybe innerly so close to you, but just to, especially I do that very well in church, because, there is a mission, right? Bringing people closer to God. So it's something I have intentionally learn. So I think doing that, shooting your shot, comes with intentionality, especially when you know what you want to achieve, right? So yeah, I think everyone appreciates that. Yeah, so it does not have to be, I want to bring you so close to my inner circle of my father. It can be so overwhelming.
Yeah.
But giving a compliment, checking up on someone twice or maybe twice in 2 weeks, and everyone would appreciate that.
Yeah.
So how did you shoot your shot with
So, like I was explaining before, for me, once I like you, there's really nothing stopping me. Like I would walk up to you, or I would make it known to you that, babe, what's up? But of course, not I like you to kill. I would like get close to you, or introduce myself, and I think if I like you, there's nothing that you can do that can be overwhelming to me. I think it depends on how I feel about you. So even if do 100 things, as long as I like you, and I give my friends a lot of, like, I call them a lot of yards. So it's very hard for you to do something that would say, hey, love, come and be going. So it's like, so with seeing I saw I like that. I think I told my husband that, did you see that girl? She came to church and I was like, did you see that girl? She's so fine. Will you go and meet her? I said yes. But like I think I shall walked up to her I think she met my husband first. Or you spoke to me.
I think
first.
it's you I met, but I didn't know either of you guys until I joined the church. And maybe I'm also not remembering everything, but what I remember that you did though was, so we were living close to each other before, and they just, maybe like 2 Sundays after I joined, you got the car, they got their first car, and then she just asked me, so where are you going, how are you going home? I'm like, well, I was ordering a taxi, and then, I was going to go home, and she was like, oh, we can drop you, and like she just offered to, I think I remember that was when I vividly remember that, oh, she's actually, and you know how when you just join the church, people say hi, many people will say hi, and I think she said hi as well, but it didn't really like stick. It's when she was offering that, okay, how are you going home? And let's drop you. And until they moved to their new house, I was inside that car. You'll find me mad.
Interesting question, and I think it's also linked to what Simi had said earlier about having a breakup in quotes when it comes to friendship. So I want to believe that we've had situations where we knew that this friendship was not going anywhere, or like want to just call it quits. How did you move on from that friendship? Or how did you, maybe I should start from this part. Have you ever gotten to a point in a friendship that you have with someone and then you're like, I think we've gotten to the point where this friendship is over. Maybe something happened. Have you guys ever gotten to that point, and do you want to share? How did that go?
Yes. Actually, okay, so I had a friend in primary school. Like I said, all my friends are always it's like my sisters, that kind of thing. So we went to the same primary school, and then we went to the same secondary school just because we're friends. And for context, my primary school was in Warri, my secondary school was in Kwara. So we followed ourselves to like one end of Nigeria to the other. And we were very good. And then we got to secondary school, and we're friends, JSS1, then JSS2, like second term. I just noticed that she stopped talking to me. She'll be ghosting me. She'll be avoiding me. It was very, very weird. And then at some point, I just stopped seeing her, and I had to now ask her, okay, what exactly is happening? Like, I'll go visit her. She'll ignore me. It was like she didn't even know me. You know when you guys was in boarding school, you guys would be walking and she would just walk past me, and I'm like, what happened?
Was it teenagers' vibes?
That's what I thought. I thought maybe she was going through something. Like, I was very unsure. And then eventually I had to just find a way to corner her, and she was like, oh, that she now wants to be friends with serious people. So because I know she wants to get her grades up. Like I know she wants to. Both of us wanted to become doctors. Like she wants to become a doctor. All of that. So she's now going to be friends with people that used to take first in class. And basically, me, I'm a Lodusha. So I should find my level. And I think for me, it was very hurtful because like when you feel, like I said, how I related with her was on the basis of whoever you are. Like if I'm going through something, maybe you're struggling with your grades, we'll figure it out. Or even if you're going to have new friends, doesn't mean that your other friends will not ignore them, or you not say that, okay, now you're no longer worthy to be my friend just because you're not meeting up to a certain standard. And it also really affected my self-esteem because I was like, So is it that I'm not smart, or like what could I have done better? Like I could not have done anything, but I kept on thinking, what could I have done better? And then at some point, it made me start comparing myself to other people. I started trying to like think about, oh, do I need to read more? But I didn't need to do all of that. And which is why when I see things like, online, people talk about, oh, when your friends are not leveling up, you drop the baggage. I'm like, that thing is quite toxic, if I'm being honest. Like, you shouldn't be friends with people based on what you can get out of them. And for me, I felt like that friendship she was able to, and now in hindsight, I realized that she was also then my friend because of what she could get out of me. Okay, you want to know whatever it is. I'm not going to that. So I think for me, it was very hurtful. And since I was the victim of that kind of like very hurtful friendship breakup, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone for you to like break up with a friend just because of what the person is able to give you or what the person cannot give you.
But if we're being honest, why do you make friends with people?
Yeah, I was going to actually counter what's here. So you're still my friend, but I don't agree. I don't agree wholly in the sense where, so at least I think when I was younger, of course, you'd be someone's friend because I like a haircut, I show you match or something. But now, actually, when I was saying I'm very selective about my friends, it actually started in university. So I went to a very like strict university in Nigeria, and it was like a godly missionary university, and I had these friends. Initially, we were all in the same course. Initially, we're not that close. I mean, we're all just friendly, let's just put it that way. But I think towards second year, we now became a lot closer, me and two other girls, and we were actually quite, at some point, eventually we call ourselves sisters. We have our own WhatsApp group, just sisters. And I don't think that, I mean, in the beginning, maybe I wasn't aware, but I didn't just be their friends because of, oh, they were nice. There was a reason. They were I could vouch for them. You know that when you show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are. I could, in short, we didn't have phones then. It was hard to track where everybody was. But you can ask me, where is this person? She's in the hall, she's in class, she's in this. Like, there are people that I was sure that the way our school was, your parents can come and visit you and you're not even aware. They will have to go to your hall and then announce your name. I can bump into their parents and they will say, oh, I'm looking for so and so, and I will take them. And I knew, and they could also do the same for me. Like, I mean, I don't know, one of us was a first class, brave, yeah, but all of us were really smart. But it wasn't necessarily because of grades or anything. We all had our own different strengths and weaknesses, but there was a sense of this person I will not get into a sticky situation, or this friend will not use my name as collateral to lie about something. They don't even need to. They are not those kind of persons, or if there is any trouble, they will now need somebody to lie for them. My friend, those people were not like that. And maybe I didn't realize that's what I was doing. But towards second year, I realized that these ones, nothing. If anything happened, we are really straightforward. They're not looking for trouble. There's drama. It's normal then. It's never, you know how in university.
And that's what attracted you to them.
Initially, maybe I didn't realize, because honestly, we're just all together in a very big group. Eventually, we now started becoming small cliques. But it got to a point that I realized that these are my people. Oh.
Yeah. For me personally, how I build friendship, or how I know that this person, I can bring them to my space, is I feel like I can trust them. Once I just have that feeling, like maybe from what I've observed about you, I can trust you, then definitely I would allow you into my space. And why I brought up this question from what you said is, I feel like everybody has a reason why they want to be friends with somebody in the first place, right? Maybe for some people it's really selfish. And when they feel like that's not happening again, and they feel like, okay, you go your way and I go my way, I don't think it makes them bad people. I don't know.
No, I think it doesn't make you bad people. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. But then if you look at it's fine, it's all well and good when you're like, oh, I'm getting this, I'm no longer getting this from you, but then I'm cutting you off. But if you look at it from the other point of view, like the other person you're cutting off is a human being. So like if you're friends who just because of their strengths, people don't come with just strength. People are there because of strengths and weaknesses. You brought somebody into your circle. right? The person trusts you to take care of them. The person trusts you of course, not like their mother.
Yeah.
The person trusts you to a certain level, and then when you betray the trust because of something you can get from somebody else, then that makes what you did not so good. And I feel like people don't think about it. Everyone is like being selfish to themselves. But really, like we're all Christians, love is not selfish. Really. Yeah. So when you have a friend that is not meeting up to standard, no one is saying you shouldn't upgrade in life or find people that will uplift you. Exactly. But if you brought someone into your circle, you're responsible for their emotions. Okay, now I feel like you're no longer a stand-up person the way I thought you were, right? But then you don't discard the person just because they're not giving you what you want from them. And I feel like that's the part people don't talk about as much. It's more about, for me, what can I get? But then when you're in other points of view where this person is like, I can't give you what I want, how do you treat the person?
I think you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say, I think a lot of people have conditional friendships. I don't know if that's a good word for it, but it's like, if you're my friend, you have to do this, you cannot do this, you cannot, something that I've done before, you cannot. Like, I don't do that. It doesn't even make sense to me. I feel like, okay, I'm not a yardstick because I have lots of friends, and of course, just a few are very close to me, but it's very weird for me to say, if you're my friend, if you don't call me in the morning or if not, or those, and it just makes it very complicated.
Yeah,
it makes things too complicated. Do I not feel yes? Are you hope you're not toxic? If you're not, and you make my life easy, I really don't. You don't have to bring anything to the table. Like people are saying, what do you bring to the table? You don't have to bring anything to the table, I know that there is definitely something good about you for me to want to be friends with you. But it doesn't have to be tied to any form of thing or you're not helping me do this or what I'm getting from you. It's just too much. Guys, I have a very controversial topic, which I don't know if I should mention, but
I know it.
I'm of the opinion that
I know if
you're my friend, you can date my ex. I don't know why people have a problem with that.
I knew it.
No, because like I've had an issue with a friend because of this before. So, but for me, it doesn't even like. I don't own you. Like I don't own the guy. Whatever. It's so
for you.
Yeah,
you dated somebody.
Yes.
Your friend can go ahead and date.
If that is not who God wrote with you, go on. So even if that is not who God,
does anybody have a contrary opinion?
I feel so.
Touch your mind. Touch your mind. So to be fair, to be honest, my opinions about it is not that you shouldn't date someone that I have dated before. That's fine. But don't expect us to have the same kind of relationship we had before. Now we're not going to be enemies or whatnot. And the reason I say that, especially with like our age now, like if you're really someone's friend, you should be able to, celebrate their wins. So my friend is having her kid's birthday celebration, I should be able to go there and really say feel like, okay, yes, this is zero pressure, zero in my mind feeling like I'm not comfortable. I can't comfortably say congratulations. And I think also depends on how you and your ex broke up. If it was like this person actually did something wrong, or this person hurt my feelings, or this person betrayed my trust. Now you are now dating this person, and you now want me to be celebrating with you. I'm not going to celebrate with you, but for my own sanity and for everybody, for their peace, that boundary will be there. Now it's like, so for example, like my ex is now there, especially depending on how the breakup was. If you now decide you want to date my ex, then you are jumping the fence, you are going to that side. It doesn't necessarily mean that the ex too, almost is a child of God, is not going to die anything. When people change, people evolve. You do something wrong before you can move on from it. And years ago, it's fine. I give a lot of myself into things like I'm trying. How can I do this thing better? And my friendships as well. I'm trying my best. To push and be there for this person. Now I'm not expecting you to be there for me, but don't be against me. If you're against me, so you're bringing it back home. I already see that this person, I'm questioning were we actually friends? how can you be there smiling in your heart and saying that God break up? Well, like, how do I know that? No, I'm just saying, if I have that feeling, maybe that's not what happened. But if that's how I really feel, and it's not something that we can address, and we can't talk about it, and we can't, in my mind, I'm like, okay then. So you're trying to use.
You want to say something?
No, I just like, of course, she made very good points. I'm just saying that if I'm dating someone and then we break up and I found my happiness somewhere, and it's just that everyone is entitled to their happiness. So if it's who I've been with that is going to make you happy, then fine. Of course, if the person that broke up with you did something wrong and your friend knew about it and still went ahead, then that's their
I think it depends on the reason why they broke up in the first place.
And if it's not that they were the one that instigated the breakup, then went for them, then of course. That's
my opinion. That was, I'm not doing it.
Your friend cannot date your ex.
Not like my friend. I'm saying that if I'm the one in question, maybe besides ex, for example, I won't do that.
Yeah,
I
will love the person.
I will not even bring myself to love him first.
So I think
I will not love the person. I just don't want anything to break that friendship. I will not be comfortable. So I prefer not to do something that I'm not comfortable with. So why there are guys that we should all understand that there's somebody made for you. If you like, go to Camp Fashion. Your husband is there.
So if that's the person,
exactly. It's not possible that that's the person God made for you.
That's the fallacy. No, that's the fallacy.
Not one person for everybody.
Bible says that everything is wonderfully and beautifully made. So
once the person have dated your friend before, they are no longer wonderfully and beautifully made.
No, that's not what I'm saying though.
You have multiple options.
That's what
one
I'm
person
saying.
is not for you.
I'm saying that one person is not for me, that I have multiple options. So I cannot come and go and die with your head.
What you were saying about cutting people off, I think it's also quite important. Like, if you're in a friendship that you feel like you can't cut off the person, then you're almost like in a cult.
Wow.
Yeah, because if you feel like you're bound to someone, and no matter what the person does something that harms you, the person does something that could hurt you, you guys are no longer aligned, and then you already feel like, I'm so bound to this person. Like, in as much as you really should be kind to people, but you're not Jesus Christ. Like, you shouldn't have a friendship where you have the fear of, if I leave, something will happen to me, or I just cannot leave.
That's
in that way. Yeah, it's already the
I heard people also say things like, I'm loyal to this person. It doesn't matter what the person does. Person does wrong or something, I'm just going to be loyal to the person. Those kind of vibes, if I get it, I feel like even if the person is going to harm someone, and you're still claiming that you're loyal, just stay away from you.
You have to have your boundaries.
Boundaries also in friendship.
But I also, aside from someone doing something really wrong, I also think that it's okay to cut your friends some slack. Like, they will do something and you can be like.
Exactly. That's actually the next question I was going to ask. How have you guys handled offense in friendships? Like, how have you definitely, I think that if you handle offense well, then the bond will even be better. How have you guys had definitely you should have had situations like that.
Have you offended me before?
How did you handle?
I was just
this one has offended me. You people, I can get offended from my brother.
I think friendship journey is developed within time, and there's a place of learning and also growth, right? And besides, I've offended many times, and I'm sure that I've offended her many times, right? And understanding ourselves, giving ourselves some slacks, giving ourselves some excuses, and even coming to the point of, you offend me. Babe, did you know that this thing between me? I packed out of our house.
It was that this story.
Well, I wanted to vex and leave at night. She was begging me, please don't go. At night, we want to go and jam you.
No, in Lagos. But I am very stubborn, right? Yes. But she can be very, very stubborn. But I've learned a lot of things from her, right? And I know that she's somebody that I cannot afford to lose. So why not put my pride aside or whatever? And at that point she was. I think for that particular example, let me just talk about that one. I think I forgot that rubbish quarrel actually.
The quarrel is never important.
And then around after 12 or to 1, and then she wanted to go out. I think I was just sitting over there. Where are you going to?
Then it was the spirit that was leading me. I don't know which spirit, or definitely not the Holy Spirit. One spirit was sharp.
But and on that note, I think also we cannot do friendship without the help of God, or even without the help of the Holy Spirit, which is the truth, because we are there to help ourselves. We can't do life alone. That is just the truth of the matter. So we need ourselves. So coming to that, and also I learned this over time. Not like I just woke up one morning and then I'm very good with friends. I know that I might have hurt some other people too, and they have their own shares. I share the story rather. I don't know. But either ways, I know that we learn along this line. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that we have offended ourselves. And then coming to that point of you offend me, we can talk about it. And also, I said with the help of the Holy Spirit, you cannot just sit down there and say that, I have this pride. No, she will not be the first person to come and say sorry to me. She's the one, putting that aside and saying that, no, we are friends.
Yes, there should be a level where you like, no, that's not. Because there are some people that keep hurting their other friends, and then friends are like, laying their pride aside and saying so.
That is why that's why in the first we were talking about friends and close friends.
Yes.
Your close friends cannot do that to you because you would have gotten to some extent.
Fair enough.
Do you know Busayo cannot do like I don't think
I cannot watch.
Maybe I will say the hospital that Busayo can do to me, maybe go behind me with my husband or back. Like, just God, you get, I'm just trying to see the deeper things.
Travel to Nigeria without you.
Of course.
Yeah, I cannot hurt you in a way that.
Like, do you get?
I think I.
Yeah, history there. History there.
I need to avoid that.
I think in friendship you put pride aside. It's like even in marriage, you put.
I honestly think that genuine friendship can be like marriage.
Yes, exactly.
Like genuine friendship that lasts.
I want to add that it might not be as fruitful as marriage, depending on how you define fruit, but I think it's a bit more intentional.
Yeah.
Because at least with marriage, there's covenant. Right, there is something you're getting from this person is covenant. At least
You have to.
Your husband is a covenant,
Yeah.
but your friend is purely willingly, and there's nobody in that part. You cannot cut your husband.
Yeah, because even Jesus, as our example, he has enough friends. Like he has a circle of people.
Even from the 12, he had the 3.
So
this is like. I think this will lead to like the final question. Almost final. Second to the last. Which is, have you ever felt, so I know this thing which ladies, right, let me say, Busayo is my best friend now, for instance, and then there's somebody that is now trying to be close to Busayo, and I'm now starting to feel threatened that something is happening yet. How did you handle that situation? Have you guys felt that with yourself or with somebody else? Like,
I don't have
friends?
Yes.
You don't have best friends?
If you are friends with Tosin, you have to get used to that feeling every day.
Oh my God.
I never told you this one. If you are a jealous person, it's going to be very hard for you to stay good friends with Tosin because everyone is Tosin's friend and everyone should make you feel like you're the best person. Like she's a good person, so she knows how to make people feel very well appreciated. Like they are our best friend, and I know that is a lie. It's a lie. But it's something that I had to get used to. I won't call myself a jealous person. I'm actually not. I need more jealousy in my life. But I think that with Tosin I've had to, like, I get to that point that because Tosin, even the woman selling something in front of her house can be her best friend. She just wake up in the morning, I want to go and meet your young budget. Where did you guys meet? Or someone boiling corn is there. It's just so, but yeah, I've had that experience with Tosin. But I think that it doesn't shake me as much. Maybe I'm a bad example because, like I said, my level of jealousy is very, very low. But it doesn't shake me as much because I know what we have and I know that it's going to be very hard for her to have that with someone else. And then I try not to take it for granted. And I want to make a reference to what you said about friendship being like marriage. I think it's so true because we both grew on each other. I remember the early stages of our friendship. I can wake up in the morning and I don't want to talk to you. Please don't stress me.
like go your own way. Like, but Tosi does not like it. Like she be, hey, how can someone wake up when it's not witchcraft? How can someone wake up in the morning? I say, you don't want to talk. And me, I'm like, oh baby, I'm not like we're not fighting. I just don't want to talk. But at some point I realized that okay, she doesn't like it and it makes her feel some type of way. And I tried, like I actually accommodated and adjusted myself. Before, once Tosi is angry, she will see everything in her mind. And I'll just actually no. But now I know that she really likes when you apologize. So when she says something that is bothering her or something I did, I go to, I'm not the best person when it comes to apologies, but I've had to learn it like a lot with Tosin because I know, okay, I really like her and I want our friendship to stay as long as it can. So I try to make sure that
there's a word you usually say till the
Rules follow.
Yeah. What?
It's plenty people that she said that one, so I don't know what she was talking about. She's very good with captions.
Yeah, like that.
So what I was going to sorry, I see you want to say something. I don't necessarily have best friends, and the way I see it is maybe similar to what you were saying. Like, I don't think you own anybody. Like, the nature of my friendship with this person might be different from, for example, the friendship I have with her is different from the friendship I have with you. Like, nature is so unique that I feel like, I don't think that it's something that should be like very mutually exclusive. Like, nature of my friendship with this person, it is what it is. And I also think that friendships, as we're getting older, is also like, it has seasons. There are seasons where it's super intense. There are seasons where it's like, it's just, at least I know that it's like trust fall. I know there's somebody that will try to catch me. Like, it might not be constantly, I'm seeing this person every day. But another season that it's like, oh my God, they're catching up again. So I feel like, so for me, I have like unique relationships.
Just had a comment to that. One friendship that I also admire is, say, your husband and my husband and Goki. They've been friends for so many years. Not like they call themselves every day or anything. But when they get together, it's like
you just let them be.
It's amazing. And the things you will even come back home to say, they always come back with the learning. Like, all the time. I appreciate that a friend knows that times change. You know, things change and friends understand and your friend understand that. And that doesn't mean that you've grown apart.
Yes.
So you know, you don't know that life happens, you know, but still you're still there.
I think this is one thing
like
I wanted to address. Sometimes friendship is not that we are talking every day or we are attending all the parties together, but there's always this connection whenever we just get together. I have friends that from the uni, we don't talk every day. So like, this is for you. And when we just talk sometimes randomly, it's just like, oh God, I really need to speak to this person today. There's still
shout out to you, Kemi.
Shout out to you, Kemi.
It's out of my own.
So I think on a final note.
No, she wanted to say something.
Sorry.
No, I just wanted to touch on this best friend, stealing best friend. Because I remember like there was this topic was on social media at some point not so long ago, someone stealing somebody else's best friend. And I think it also has to do with being mindful of people. So if you have friends, just an example, let's say both of us now, you like to travel, and let's say we've been friends based on the fact that we travel together, right? I'm calling you my best friend because we travel. And then one day you find somebody that now likes to travel, you now start traveling without me. There's no how it will pain me. Do you understand? Like it's not even you being mature owning somebody.
Not traveling with you.
Oh, you know it's I was in Nigeria.
Anyways, so I think it's those kind of things. If I call you my best friend and we have like our rituals, our traditions, and all of that, then we'll not start doing that with somebody else, and then someone is not telling that person, "Oh, be mature, you don't own the person." No, the person is human, right? It's being mindful of your friends. Really, I think there's nothing that is really black and white or rules to it. It's just if you're dealing with people the way they come to you, it's not the way I'm friends with Simi that I'll be friends with you. Right? So if you now understand people and deal with them that way,
Sure.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I think it's been really insightful. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
On a final note, I would say if there's something that you've always wanted to share with people about building genuine friendship, what will it be? I can go first. For me, it will be that take risk with friendship. Of course, still use your head, but you can take risk with friendship. If you think that you want to build something with someone, let them know, or just take risk, because you can't afford to hold back and say, oh, I like this person from afar. Just if you have the opportunity to like reach out to them, just do it. You never can tell, because honestly, friendship, like marriage, when you build the right friendships, it's bliss. In my opinion, it's like bliss.
True.
So I started from single, so I started from then. Any advice?
I would
Genuine female friendship. I mean, if you identify as female.
Yeah, I would say friendship is not always going to be a bed of roses here. So give yourself allowance and, forgiveness. Give it time. It's for you to build. There is that place of growth and learning. Yeah, basically. So, yeah.
I think for me, from personal experiences, be willing to change. A lot of people would say, this is how I am. Be willing to change, especially if that person means a lot to you, then you should be willing to, make some adjustments or go the extra mile for them, or just do things that will genuinely make them happy. So
That's profound.
I say profound.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. I think so many things have been said, but like I think also another place with one way of getting genuine friends or genuine friendship is also working on yourself, right? I think the older you get, not just in age, in like being wise and growing and learning different things, you then start to find strategies on how to build friendships that work for you, right? Like for some people, they see cliques, but cliques might not be for you. But if you have not worked on yourself and you don't know yourself, you won't know what works for you.
Basically, you can't do what you don't have.
Exactly. You can only give what you don't have. You can only relate in what matches your personality and what matches your strength. So really, I think it's really building yourself. And just as you said, really, it's the help of the Holy Spirit at the end of the day. And me coming from a place where being in a place where I've not had friends, like I did not have friends for a stretch of time. Like it can be very, very isolating, and it's so beautiful when you have friends, when you have people you can talk to. So as much as possible, and I think everybody can have friends. If it's something you desire, like I said, I shot my shot. Most people in Berlin, I shot my shots to them because I'm not going back to where I was, just living in isolation. So it's not too late for anybody.
Yeah. And from my side, I would say, yes, I remember now. Don't forget your friend's birthday.
And their friend's birthday. They have to pray.
Yes, so I was going to say I kid, but at the same time, don't forget stuff that is important to your friends. And that starts from knowing what's important to them. So, for example, I have friends that they really care about, like you call them constantly. Some people don't call a lot, like me. So, for example, one of the things that you find the middle ground. Like if I know that I'm not always going to call this person, sometimes I will remember to call this person like in the wee hours of the night. I'm not going to send a voice note that sorry, I just remember now. So at least I know I'm not going to call you, but at least I sent a voice note. That's just an example. But the things that are important to this person, I have some friends that the only thing they really care about is when you come visit them, just walk them out. Just like don't leave them to go after their. I have some friends that don't care that why you following me. They won't be worried that why you following me. And just find out what is important to them and don't forget it. And also as a friend, like if your friend forgets sometimes what is important to you, have grace. Like just give the grace. You on your own side as a friend to other people, don't forget what's important to other people. And towards you, if other people forget sometimes what's important to you, give grace.
Don't use ugly pictures on their
money is important to me in case you people have forgotten.
Please, because it's not here. This your friend.
Don't use ugly pictures on their
Birthday.
And when you take the photos with your friends, don't be the only one that is fine. Make sure your friends are fine.
Make sure your friend is fine in your photo.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you for doing this with me. And if you, of course, like what you just listen to and watch, you know what to do. Subscribe,
Subscribe, like, comment,
everything.
YouTube. That is so.
And you can even make friends in the comment section. Just tag
shoot your shot. So
actually,
Brabayo.
You can also shout out to your friends in the comment section. Share this with your friends.
Shout out to my husband. You are my best friend.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can also, just send this link to someone you've been trying to make friends with.
Yeah.
And you never can tell. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and thank you so much, guys, again for joining
Thank
us.
you, time.
And this is a shout out to my husband. Thank you for directing and keeping me sure where we're doing.
Thank you, Mr. Oshaka. Love you.